MaaziEzeoke here. Today, the 5th of February 2020. The coalition of Northern Group, called the CNG, has launched a regional security outfit codenamed Operation Shege-Ka-Fasa as part of the measures to address security challenges within the northern region. This is a replication of the Yorubas or the Southwest Amotekun. Is it not interesting? The outfit is designed, according to them, to be the vanguard of the entire northern region, encompassing all ethnic groups and religion, and to be deeply patriotic in its operation. Get your seat. And they argue that in addition to performing the general complementary task of enhancing security in the region, that their outfit would also coordinate operations against influx of hard drugs into the north, take steps to neutralize all centers of gravity for the supply, manufacture, and distribution of such drugs. Well, MaaziEzeoke will only say, I hope that they will deal with the issue of tramadol. And they say that they will also coordinate vigilante to check and expose illegal arms trade, supply channel and position, and guide against theft and illegal traffic in kids and other vulnerable sections of the northern population, as well as expose operations of fraudsters like Yahoo boys, whose ill-gotten wealth form part of the source of funding for the drug and arms trade. You know, when I read their statement, it's sorry, but I have to laugh because it's laughable. You're basically taking over the work of the police. While the insurgency raged, other disturbances were created in the region in the form of cattle rustling that has patched the northern communities and pitched them against each other. But they said that a new dimension was introduced to farmers' header conflict, which gradually deteriorated into an uncontrollable proportion and deepened the artificial rift between communities in the region. The argument went on further and further and further, you know, that they are there to checkmate child trafficking. They conclude that the situation today is in most part of northern Nigeria, that is the most highways, that innocent citizens are waylaid. Innocent citizens, as we have seen between Abuja and Kaduna, that people are being waylaid, that people are being robbed, people are being abducted, towns and villages attacked, and you know, that they sack communities. Basically, they were trying to justify why they have started this Shege-Ka-Fasa. That the situation grows more desperate day by day within the northern region. The coalition, that's the CNG, stressed in their argument that it is absolutely impossible for communities to continue to fold their arms while their homes are being invaded. Then MaaziEzeoke will say, good morning. We had expected you people before now to take more drastic action. Remember when Osisi Kanku was a terror to the people of Abia State? The people of Abia State liaised with the Nigerian army and he was smoked out. Now, these are my points. They have created a Northern Amotekun. I know many of you will say, oh, it's the Southeast governors, why are you doing what to create your own? Now, these are my pointers. I believe this nation is becoming a joke. What the Northern Coalition has done, which they do not have the powers to do, no single governor was involved. What the Northern Coalition has done equates to the IPOP BSS. IPOP BSS was clamped down because he had no locus, no legal standing backed by state law. Whatever Shege-Ka-Fasa or whatever they call it is null and void, unless the Northern Governors Forum, the 19 Northern Governors Forum are going to come back to ratify this. Why I do not take this serious is they obviously have done this. If you look at the logo shows a depiction of Amotekun. It just now, rather than have cheetah, you have a lion. So meaning to those that have called the nation zoo that suddenly everything is turning into an animal kingdom. You have cheetah, now you have a lion. Maybe when the South will do this, they will use crocodile because of the area, or I don't know which animal that is very strong that is within the Niger Delta, the swampy areas. Maybe crocodile. So if the South can use crocodile, maybe the Southeast, I don't know. We already have Isiago, so we'll find something again to use. Now everything is going to be revolving around animal just to show how strong you are. Why are these things coming up? Because we have a clear breakdown of security of lives and property, which the man who is your president, who promised you that he's going to secure your life, appears incapable to do. I will now ask, where is Malami? I'm waiting on Malami to condemn this Shege-Ka-Fasa. If Malami can just rise up when 6 Yoruba governors met, said this is what we think is going to protect our people. These people, the Yoruba governors, have the mandate of the people. Go back and ratify and present this into laws within the various state assemblies in the Yoruba nation, that is the Southwest. Suddenly, the North, the nomenclature, because they always want to create larger than life image where they say Northeast, Northwest, North Central, a Northern coalition. Coalition of which people? Coalition of what? When Amotekun was done, the Yorubas were smart enough that it wasn't done by the OPC. It wasn't done by the Afaniferis, because if any of those groups had come together to do it, the state, that is the super state, the mother state, the federal government would have shut it down. The only reason why the federal government is unable to shut down Amotekun is because Amotekun is done by those vested with the security of lives and property within the state. Those you call the chief security officers. But here you have a northern group just coming up saying they are doing Shege-Ka-Fasa. Shege-Ka-Fasa, how? Who gave you the authority? Now, it is time that for us to watch. What I am expecting, if within the next couple of days, no governor owns up, because it's actually absurd that the whole thing, when Amotekun was launched, the Yoruba governors were there. But this one, suddenly they said today being the 5th, that they've launched something, a coalition of northern group, and no single governor was there. It shows it's something that they've just done in order to mimic and probably, I wouldn't say provoke, but at least to, to kind of copy the Yorubas. But you see where the hypocrisy is. Yet these were the people that was, threatening fire and brimstone, saying If the Yorubas do this, that the Yorubas are calling for disintegration of Nigeria, suddenly, actually, what the Yorubas did, it's within the ambit of the law. You are now doing what is not within the ambit of the law because there is no recognized group that has the authority to create such outfit. How did they get the trucks? How did they get the uniform? Now, there is nothing, there is no difference between what Shege-Ka-Fasa is than BSS. There is nothing. However, in conclusion, I will advise my Southeastern governors, those we have elected, to keep calm. This is not your fight. Allow them to. Allow them to. It will calm down. One thing we have to do is that do not take your eyes off the ball. Our local villages, via the state vigilantes, must be protected. Let us keep our heads down. Let them form all whatever they are forming. By the time they finish, now the dust is so much, the smoke is so much, we need to keep calm. Let us keep calm and watch. Silence is a virtue. We wouldn't rush into it now. We are watching. At the appropriate time, we will react resoundingly. Once more, this is MaaziEzeoke. Remember this.